The first principle is that you must not fool yourself, and you're the easiest person to fool. So we construct these crazy Disneyland realities in our brain, right? And then feed it back to ourselves.
Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers and all that shit we have nowadays, yeah, it's great, but your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through depression, when you're going through death, when you're going through hard times. Real life shit. You can't Google that shit, man. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you gotta tell your brain where you wanna go and how you wanna go and how you wanna get there. You gotta control it. If not, it's over. It's over. It's the most powerful thing in the world, is your own brain. It can work for you or against you. Once you drop your own limitations so one thing we do bad in life is we put all these people above you. Never put anybody above you, man. There's a lot of cookie cutter shit out here in this world. Oh, discipline, wake up early, take a cold shower. It's all bullshit. It's not. But what they don't teach you within the cookie cutter is like our minds are like a garage. And if you open a garage and it's all cluttered up, it's all fucked up, you can't put your car in there. You got boats and you got kids' toys everywhere. But if you organize that garage and you put everything in its rightful spot, you can put that car in there, you can put 2 cars in there, you can put bikes in there. And that's like with the mind, discipline, determination, repetitions and all this, consistency. Why people fall off the wagon so often is because their mind is full of shit. There's no room in that mind for discipline. There's no room for consistency. They may do it once or twice, but then the mind takes over. It's like a circuit breaker, man. A circuit breaker just overloads and it fucking sparks. And our minds, that's our mind, man. Clearing space in your fucking mind so then you have room for all those discipline. Waking up early, taking those, because they do mean something. Life isn't fair. We have to understand that. It shouldn't be fair. It's a trial ground, it's a testing ground. It's built to make us harder. It's built to make us as strong as we can, to test us, to drive us. So, mentality is the only thing that gets us through life. Everything I talked about, 3 hell weeks, Ranger School, running, swimming, I did triple Ironmans, I did all kind of crap. And when I got to about 33, 34 years old, I started being extremely sick. So basically, the good blood would give it the bad blood, long story short. And that's how I was doing everything. So they sent me to Johns Hopkins. Everybody studied my body. He says, you know what? We can't find anything on how you did all this. How are you able to do all this? A head guy came in from MIT. And he said, you know how he did it?
When you're running, you run for hours.
Days.
What? Days.
David Goggins, the athlete, speaker, soldier, and New York Times bestselling author, often referred to as the hardest mother on planet Earth.
I was 300 pounds twice in my life. So every day I have my shoes laid out because I hate running. People don't believe it. Fuck you. I hate it. I wake up and there's my shoes, shirt, my shorts. And some days I can wake up and I just look at the motherfucker for hours. And then I start walking around and I say, I ain't running today. I'm not doing shit today. Nothing. I don't have to. I don't need all this shit. I went through all this hell weeks and got kicked all the time and fucking made it. And that's when I think. I got 2.3 million followers on Instagram. This ain't about you anymore, motherfucker. You have an obligation, not to yourself, but to everybody out there that is touched by what you do as a human being. Because there's a lot of people out there saying, man, David Goggins is after today. And if I wake up one morning and don't do that, I go back to that David Goggins who lied about being who he wanted to be. So my thing that keeps me going every day is my mission in life. Wow, I did not choose it. So I just got through working out, and this guy goes, hey Goggins, you on that winter arc with the winter arc? People are like setting goals for the winter time, like working out more, sleeping more, just better habits and goal setting. I go, motherfucker, on that 365. It's not an arc, it's a circle.
So today, just randomly, David says after we come home from the gym that he was going to go on a 100-mile ruck tonight. So he's about 60 or 60 some miles in at this point. I haven't spoken to him in a few hours other than to give him my socks because it's cold and he has rain odds, so he's wearing them as his gloves. And, you know, it's lonely as hell. No one's out here. It's just me. No one would even know he's doing this if I wasn't recording this video. And that's so much of his life. Just all of the unseen work that goes into being David. I don't think people can even imagine the discipline and the hours spent alone just grinding.
If I cared what people thought about me, you think I'd be yelling out here, doing a 105-pound ruck, talking This is who I am. Find out who you are, whoever that may be. I don't give a what you are. Find out who you are and own that motherfucker and tell people to go f themselves. Don't ever worry about anybody. You can't care what anybody thinks about you. Love yourself enough to stay motivated 365 arc, do a circle, stay hard. When I was 297 pounds and I was fat as hell trying to be a Navy SEAL, the scariest thing in the world to me, even to this day, was that could have been the rest of my life. I thought then I was trying hard. That's the scariest thing in the world. I thought then, 297 pound, working for Ecolab, spraying for cockroaches, making $1,000 a month. I thought that was me at my 100% potential.
Whatever you do, runners, right now, just don't think about the 135 miles of scorching highway in front of you.
You're the only member of the U.S. Armed Forces to have completed Navy SEAL training, U.S. Army Ranger School, and Air Force Tactical Air Controller training, and you've competed in more than 60 ultra marathons, triathlons, and ultra triathlons.
Come to find out, a few years later, I wasn't anywhere near that. 106 pounds less, graduated Navy SEAL training, went on to do all these other things. Looking back on that, that was me trying hard. That's why people gotta understand, what is in us, we have no idea until we start trying hard. This isn't always fun. It's not always meant to be fun. And that's when you know you're trying hard. I invented a mother. I actually sat back, I was fat, nasty, out of shape, miserable, and created a human being in my mind that didn't even exist and said, that's what I want to be. I want to be that guy. I want to be a guy that's capable of doing exactly what I'm doing today. I think some are actually born with some genetic freakishness. I was not. And what people do so well with me, don't forget the first 3-4 chapters when I couldn't read as a junior in high school, when I hid out, where I got called, where I got beat so badly that I became afraid of every motherfucker ever lived on the planet Earth. Everybody. I had to reinvent a human being. I sat at home for so many nights by myself, broken, not just physically, mentally, spiritually. I became obsessed. With being the baddest motherfucker that God ever created. It's okay to be unbalanced for a while. It's okay. Don't be all this stuff people say, you gotta be balanced. To be the best in the world at what you do, the best at what you do, you have to be unbalanced to find every bit of energy and strength that you have to pull it off. Then you get balanced once you become great. A lot of us want to find peace first. Some people say, man, you always talk about this suffering and pain and shit. I'm at peace right now because I went through that. You don't find peace first. If you do, Merry Christmas, more power to you. I found peace on the opposite end of finding myself, and no one really finds themselves without going through trials, tribulations, suffering, accountability. And accountability is suffering. Being accountable every fucking day for doing right for yourself, for the people next to you, it's miserable. It's hard. Where the am I gonna start from? So for me, I was lying to this, lying about that, so I had no starting point. Once you come face to face with who you are, you have a starting point. All right, I'm not real smart. I have no courage. I have no self-esteem. I have no nothing. That's my starting point. Now we can move from there. But if I tell myself I'm strong, I have courage, I'm smart, and all these are lies, you continuously push that starting point backwards. Right? So that starting point is the truth. The no bullshit truth that only you can tell yourself. So it's the starting point. The truth's the starting point.
That's 70 miles in for a lot of people.
And that's the thing about it, man. To get to the start line is a journey. So some people, you know how sometimes you're in this big long marathon, let's say New York City, people say, man, it took me an hour to get to the start line. It may take you 4 years to get to that real life. Just to get to the start line, and people don't want to do that. I get it. It took me 25 years, 26 years to get to the start line. When things start to suck really, really bad, my brain and a lot of people's brain, they don't go to the people that called you or your dad beating you up. Your brain says, we gotta get the out of here. This is miserable. Anger goes away a lot of times when you're suffering because your brain just says, we gotta run, we gotta go. So that anger is not popping up saying, oh, I'm gonna show them. There has to be a much deeper, when I say deeper, it has to be down to mineral soil. It has to be down to that nice mineral soil where nothing can burn. You can't burn dirt. So it has to be down that low, that literally is something in you that's at the core of your soul. But you don't find it unless you spend a lot of time with what you want to be in life. When you find your true passion in life, and my passion for me was like, oh, I want to be, I didn't give Navy SEALs, Army, I don't give a shit. I want to serve my country. I want to be someone that I'm proud of.
You're proud of. That's all that matters for you.
I'm proud of.
Nobody else matters,
No,
right?
I don't give a shit. That I want to look at myself in the mirror because I was so disappointed. That accountability mirror I talk about, I wanted everybody to love David Goggins. And a lot of people did. I didn't love myself. So you do whatever you can to create another human being that's acceptable, that you think is acceptable in society. And when I did that, all that came out was a bunch of shit, a bunch of lies, a bunch of filth, a bunch of nothing.
What do you say to the girl or guy to want to be liked by many or most?
If you don't get over that, you're doomed. Because what happens is this, you start to create a whole bunch of people that aren't even yourself. You never figure out who you are. You never live up to your dreams, your ambition. You live up to what whoever is around you that you like so much, that you want to emulate and be like so much, you live their dreams. Lose your power. I wanted to win. Not like beat somebody else. It wasn't about that. I just wanted to go the distance. Everything in my life, when something got hard, I quit. If it was reading, that's where, I wasn't great at reading, I wasn't great at writing, so I just quit. I couldn't catch on as fast as you. I had to work harder than you, so I quit. Like, man, if I could just go that distance, that extra mile, to just go, just to finish. I want to finish. I want to feel victory. And victory for me wasn't winning, it was just finishing.
But where do you go to? You wake up on a morning, it's cold, it's wet, it's dark, you've got no cartilage in your knee, you've got shorts, whatever it is that's the issue today.
Keep talking. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely.
It's warm on the couch.
That's
Your
it.
missus says stay in
That's
bed.
it.
It's comfy.
That's
it's
it.
cozy.
That's
You've got
it.
work later on. You had an argument last night. You're slightly hungover.
Because I know every mother ain't going to do what I'm going to do. So this is how you level up. That right there, that brings joy to my life right there.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch, refuse to study a few more hours, refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. I talked to this one kid the other day. College is kicking my ass. I said, what are you gauging that off of? I go, are you trying? He goes, yeah, I'm trying my ass off. I'm studying hard. I go, what are you gauging trying hard off of? Well, in high school, I didn't have to try at all, and I made great grades. In college, you're trying hard compared to what you did in high school. So you trying hard is 2 hours of studying. I'm gonna tell you a difference in trying hard and trying hard. Trying hard is something in your mind just doesn't stop, where you know 2 hours isn't enough. So it's all about, reality and what you're basing things off of. So everybody goes, how do you do that? You know exactly how to do that. It's all back down to a very primitive mindset of we just have to do. It's like breathing. That's how you have to live your life. When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, this is what we do. It's what we do now. Because to get to where you want to go, the amount of pain involved, I'm not saying physical, the amount of mental pain of how many times you're gonna have to do something that you don't want to do to get to where you want to go. Is gonna be, there's gonna be more times you do something that you don't want to do than you are gonna want to do it. And then once you do this over and over and over again, it becomes like breathing. I don't want to live this lifestyle, but to get to the other side of this, I have to. So if you really want it, you realize what trying is and what trying is not. That's where you find yourself. You find yourself when when you're not comfortable. When you're not comfortable on a daily basis. And that's how I started to grow. Like I said about the mind, it wants to put you in that nice 72-degree temperature with everything right there. It wants to be in that nice with a little massage therapist. That's where your mind wants to be. And I'm a natural born fat guy. Even though I was born 175, I gained 125 pounds. I was lazy. That's who I am. I'm a guy that likes to sit back, watch TV, and eat pizza. That's the mama voice.
Here, put your feet up. I'm giving you some cookies
That's
and
right.
milk. Take it easy, right?
That's right. And for a guy that never had that, like me, I love my mom, but she was working. All I crave is that mama voice. Please love David. Love David. That voice got me to 297 pounds. We have the easy voice, which is that 20% telling yourself that I'm easy at 90% of my full potential, maybe 100% at that 20%. That's that voice that we all love. That's that very comfortable voice that's that mommy holding you saying it's gonna be okay. Doesn't care how good you are, just loves you. Just loves you no matter how messed up you are in life. That's where you wanna be at. This other voice that we walk very far away from is the voice saying, hey man, you ain't doing shit. So we try to get this voice out of our head completely. So what you have to do first is turn up this voice over here. The voice saying things to you that aren't nice. I'm not saying to put yourself down. I'm saying listen to the truth. And the truth isn't in the 20%. The truth is in this other part of your brain saying, look, man, you're wasting a bunch of percentage here. We have 80 more percent that we're not tapping into because in this other 80% is suffering, pain, failure, self-doubt, darkness, and then a whole bunch of light. And sometimes that journey between 20 to 100% is so dark in there, but you gotta stay in there long enough to where there's just a little bit of light coming through to where your depth perception. But if you don't stay in there longer than fucking an hour to 2 hours, that little bit of light going through that concrete tunnel, you're never gonna have that little bit of light that you can now see in the dark, just enough to make out shadows. You quit too early, therefore you can't make out the light in that tunnel. There's always light in the tunnel. There's always some crack. There's always some imperfection in every tunnel, but it's dark at first. Stay in there long enough. Focus on that light, then you'll be able to make your way through the tunnel.
And that could be the most beautiful moment of your life,
Ever.
or the reason you are here to exist.
It's the reason why I was able to live the life I live today. But to get to this light, you gotta go through all of this shit. So a lot of us know that. We know.
We do know deep down.
Yeah, I can get over here, but over here, man, this is much better because I gotta go through this journey that is not fun. So we decided to live over here.
Near my house there's a thing called the Bay Run.
Obviously, it's not very far.
It's 10 minutes from here. It's 7 kilometers, and
That's cute. We all live in this world where our brains are keeping us in this box. Outside that box, on the other edge of suffering, which is on the other edge of that 40%, is a world that's endless of opportunity. But we are afraid to go outside that box because in that box is comfortable. That's where all of our nice stuff, that's where the nice 4-lane highway's at. I know where the restrooms are at. I know where the gas stations are at. Outside that box, man, God gives you a shovel. And says, man, start digging. That's not fun. But when you dig your own path to all kind of stuff that's unknown. And that's why I started realizing, man, like on the other end of this is some beautiful stuff. I lied all the time. I wanted to be accepted and loved. That I created about 50 people. Whatever you like, I like. Just if you would be my friend, just be my friend. And that's where we get lost in life.
How do you let other people's opinions impact you?
I love this motherfucking question. People, one thing you have to learn early in life, I didn't learn this till later on. You can't care what anybody thinks about you.
I become a robot. An actual robot. Seriously, I know it's like, you're nuts. No, I become a robot. I don't think. I don't nothing. I just move. Get it, David, come on. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Energy, let it out. 7, 8, 9, 10, a machine here. There you go. Nobody works like David in this house. 13, come on, we want to see it. Good, 22.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
That's you, buddy. Come on, 23. Come on, 24. One more, David.
Who's
One more.
gonna carry the boats?
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You did it. Yeah.
Who's gonna carry the boats?
Fantastic. How do you feel? Yeah. How was the heat for you?
I didn't even notice it. At the end of the day, I asked myself one question: can I take one more step? And usually the answer is yes. So if you can answer that question and not take another step, that is real failure. That is real quitting. So a lot of people can take one more step, but they choose not to. I don't know if you can take 2 steps. You got to answer that question after you take the first step. I can always take one more step, so if I choose not to, that's on me. But I got to live with that. We all waiting for it to start attacking life. Waiting for the stars to align. Back when I was growing up, the sun came out. All I need is a miracle. Well, guess what? That miracle ain't coming. There is no perfect time to start. You got to start now with changing your life. They hope the instructors would stop running. They hope the water was never cold. They hope the weather was good. I don't live off that hope. I wish the water was cold. I wish them instructors keep on running. I wish the rain. When the Indian is unknown and the distance is unknown, that's when you know who the you are. So another year has come and gone, and a lot of us are in the same place we were last year. What the are you waiting on? We sleep 1/3 of our lives, and we think we can take days off. Am I gonna run today? Am I gonna work out today? Well, it's Christmas. It's New Year's. It's my birthday. Do you think time gives a that it's Christmas, that it's New Year's? Time is running out. If you keep on sitting around wondering, you're just gonna run out of time. So make sure you do one thing. Stop following the crowd. They may take time off, but you can't afford to. Stay hard. There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. If you misunderstand what I'm saying right now today, the problem is you. And you don't want to fix it. I knew the work was going to be something that I didn't want to even attack. So I would just put it off. Hard work looks horrible. It's not motivating. It's not motivating at all. It looks like a man being stuck in a dungeon and there's no way out. But you have the key, but you refuse to use it. And that's nothing motivating about that.
But yet you did it.
Because it haunted me. You're going to die never even trying to reach your full potential. And how's that going to feel? I believe that your mind lives forever. Some spirit, something lives forever. I'm gonna be haunted by the mere fact that I literally that's what I was.
You wasted that life.
That's what I was, man.
And you look back and here lies David Goggins, a punk.
That's it. And I get to live, so whatever heaven or hell is, you're in hell the rest of your life. And I thought, okay, what does heaven look like? I don't know. No one does, I imagine. I imagine that there's a big long line and you got judgment. And you're God. Let's say you're God and I'm just David Goggins. And behind you is a big whiteboard. And the whiteboard has like just a piece of paper and you pull it down. And on this board, it has all this stuff on it. But I can't see because I'm too far back in line. So I come up, I sit down now, you're talking to me. David, congratulations, you made it to heaven. How you feel? And right now I'm a 300-pound man. Ecolab guy, I'm 71 years old. I'm dead, I'm in heaven, you're God. You pull the paper down, it says David Goggins. I'm reading it and I'm looking at it. It has my name, but on this paper, it says everything about you. Everything, because God knows all. 185 pounds, Navy SEAL, all these amazing things. I look at God and say, God, the name is right, but what's on here is not me. It should have been you. This was the life that you were supposed to live, but you didn't try. So this is the life that you have. So what I think to myself is, are you in heaven? Am I talking to God or am I talking to the devil? Because I'm in hell now to see that was supposed to be my life, but because I didn't try hard enough. So that's how my mind works. Whatever memories I have, if there's any at all, I'll be a happy man.
Wasting your life is a sin,
It's
right?
a sin.
It is.
I'm not even gonna try. Life is short. Life is precious. Spend that time with the people you love, the people you want to give that time to. Real friends, real family. Everybody else, they're just sucking up the air you breathe. You need that much to be hard. When you meet people at a young age, so I had a kid at a young age when I was in the worst possible place in my life. So when you're in a bad place, you're not gonna meet a Kish. You're gonna meet a person that's very similar to who you are at that time. And as you start to move up in this world and get better, you realize I need to get better.
you try to pull that person along with you. A lot of times they don't want to come where you're going. And it creates a bad environment.
Think about how many years, months, hours, seconds, days you have wasted on people who suck the life out of you. Today's a good day for you to go through and can those motherfuckers. Should can those motherfuckers who only call you when they need something. Should can those motherfuckers who can't get over, who continue to bring up in the past, who can't move forward.
And
You're not going out and partying.
I'm not going out. No, that's not me. That's never been me though. Oh man, I got my own going on over here, man. Go yourself. That's me. So just me, when you join the SEAL teams, you're joining a big fraternity. So I was already asked out. So then when you're asked out, not wanting to hang out, I do my own. That's me. And once you get self-esteem and shit, you know who you are. I was comfortable. You're not liking me, but not hanging out. I just do me. You know, I'm out there running, working out, and just trying to find out more of what this is all about. Trying to find out more what I'm all about. So that takes me getting away. And people miss out on this, man. The purpose, we're all looking for this golden purpose. Is it this? Is it that? Is it making money? Is it my family? Motherfucker, the purpose is you. We forget that. Every fucking day I wake up and I don't want to do some fucking shit. I'm like, okay, man, do you want to be a today? Do you want to feel like a little bitch? Do you want to walk around all day knowing that you could, but you didn't? Because the time is going to come when that purpose is there. You'll be ready. But most of us ready because we don't know how to do without having the golden carrot in front of us.
Yeah.
I had a pair of jeans, and I'll never forget this as long as I live. You know, first day of school, people go school shopping, right? We didn't have any money to do that. So I had this pair of jeans that the inside of the pocket was green. The inside of the pocket was green. I wore them almost every day. So what I did for the next year of school was I cut that pocket out so the green would show, so it looked like a new pair of jeans. All I wanted was money. All I wanted was a nice car, was a nice home. The second I got the money to do it, I realized, bullshit, nothing. What I realized is all I wanted in my life was look at that accountability mirror and be proud of. And everything else went away. And that is evolution. You must continue to evolve. And you don't evolve, for me, in my job, unless I cap myself somewhere and say, okay, you made this much money, get back to work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the noise. Get back to the mental lab, because that's where the knowledge came from. These people sign up every year to go to convention, thinking they're gonna learn something different. No, you're lazy. You know exactly what to do. It just sucks doing it. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. It's not just there. So yeah, it's all stick. It's all stick. So I started realizing, man, I gotta start facing the struggle, and I gotta be mentally strong for the struggle. Mentally, I'm training for life. I'm not training for through discipline, through self-discipline, through repetition, through tons of repetition of the same thing that you don't want to do. And that's the key thing. Through repetition of things you don't want to do, you develop like an armor for your mind. We suffer every day. It's what we do. We do stuff that sucks every day. So then when the suck stuff comes, you're ready for it. You know, I just started being very uncomfortable. Now it's like just a way of life. You have to build a person that can withstand the pressures of whatever they're going to be dealing with in life. And we don't do that. I'm not trying to send a message of run 200 miles, but be tough. You better have a part about you that's tough, a part about you that can break down situations and get better, and break down situations very quickly within some trauma in your life, some devastation in your life, because it's going to come. The devastation, the trauma is going to come, and you can't allow that to become a Jersey barrier. It can't be a Jersey barrier. It has to be something that you can maneuver through very quickly and move forward. That takes a lot of toughness. So I'm nervous around people. I still battle these demons every day. They're still there, man. I'm still that guy that lived in a $7 a month place. Just because I'm not living there anymore, I'm scarred. Scars remind you that your past is real. It's real, man. Can't run away from it. It's a part of me. It doesn't define who I am, but it's a scar. All these things scarred me, but that's why people connect with me. We all have mental scars, physical scars. Our scars remind us that the past is so very real. Saying that it's okay, man. The scars are real, but you can still be a bad motherfucker. You can still be a very, very dangerous motherfucker. Lost my brother. Cancer, not once, not twice, 3 times. And I'm still here. And I'll know the rest of your life. That's just a snippet of what I know. That's what I do when times get hard, is I remind myself I'm a bad motherfucker.
Let's go for a run.
You are the master of your own mind. Create that masterpiece. Be proud of yourself at the very end of it all.
You don't become confident by shouting affirmations in the mirror, but by having a stack of undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. Outwork your self-doubt.
Confidence comes from the thing that you built. You must build belief. You must build confidence. I came from a bad place. How I build belief is through the daunting tasks I put myself through. So that's proof positive that I can. So it correlates. And that's how this piece of kid I once thought I was built belief by saying, I was in 3 Hell Weeks. I went to Ranger School. I tried out for Delta Selection.
Undeniable stack of proof.
That is proof, mother. Man, I've trained 99% of my life alone. No one pat me on the back. I did all of the work alone. I know what I did. So whenever times get bad, they do it. All this, who's gonna carry the bolts and what? That's real. I can take myself to such a level of real passion and purpose. And like, the feeling I get is something I can't even explain by myself. I don't need anyone. That's why people come to me to motivate them. No one can motivate me. I have a resume full of motivation that whenever I'm down, like, oh, hang on, mother. Oh, you know the truth. I built Frankenstein. So whenever it gets nasty, David Goggins goes, you had nobody anyway, mother. So see how I'm talking myself right now? That's me. That fires me the fuck up. That makes me fucking nuts. You had nobody anyway, mother. Look around you. There was no team. It was you. There was no weight loss program or mom and dad waking you up saying you can do it, you can be better. Trying to build belief. You built belief when you had nothing. Rock bottom. You did that. So as times get hard for me, the truth comes out. And my truth is powerful as fuck. Before I start a race, I actually imagine myself going through all my little checkpoints. I'm imagining all these different emotions and things I'm gonna go through. So when it happens, it just flows. All this imagery is so important in life. If you can see yourself doing something, you can do it. If you can't see yourself doing it, usually you can't achieve it. And in my mind, I'm really big on visualization. This is a true right here, man. I went in my mind, I said, okay, I want to look like this, I want to feel like this, and I want to have a mind that is fucking cast iron steel. That is never dull. That is always sharp. That was the biggest thing I wanted. I wanted to hit obstacles that fucked most people up, including myself, but I didn't waver. I didn't fear. I didn't run away. I just stayed and marinated in fear, in the suffering. And through that, building Goggins, I will become Goggins when necessary. Suffering is a fact of life. If you look at suffering the right way, it's a great tool to callous your mind. If you look at it as suffering, woe is me, God, kicking rocks, you look at it like, okay, mother, testing me now. I get it. Whenever I'm being like depressed, I go through depressed moments, I go, oh, hang on, I'm getting tested.
It's 44 degrees and it's nice and rainy outside, but no one cares about that. It's not about the rain. It's what the rain represents. Life is always giving you a test, trying to give you a way out, trying to give you an excuse not to show up. This is my excuse today, but guess what? You gotta have the mentality to show up every day of your life. No matter what life throws at you, prepare for battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%. Take it upon yourself to do that.
So you have to be aware of all the signals and signs that are being given to you from the world. One of them is if you feel bad, you're being tested. How are you going to perform under that? You're not grinding hard enough. If you're worried about something that someone did to you years ago, if you grind hard, man, I ain't got time to worry about your monkey. I ain't got time to worry about you, man. Because tomorrow, I got to go back to the grind. And tomorrow, I got to go back to the grind again and again and again and again. I don't have time to put you into the hate bank. There's no hate. It's all filtered out, man, through the grind. People don't get it. There's great joy in the grind, great joy in the suffer. It totally cleanses your body out, man, of any kind of hate. Makes you grow up. But I will tell you this, Joe. You will never in life meet a hater doing better than you. Ever.
One thing in life, this applies to everything in life. Anytime you move from being normal to trying to be exceptional, people aren't gonna like that shit. Normal people, it makes them feel like shit, so they're gonna judge you. And nowadays, it's very easy to be a coward. Why? We got Instagram and shit. Most folks don't tell you to your face. They go online, they post about like cowards. Don't let cowards get in your head. And last thing, make sure you do you. Stay hard. With success in life comes more haters. Don't make them hurt your feelings. Use them for fuel. Use them for energy. In times of need, put them on the mental Rolodex in your mind. And when you don't want to do shit, roll through your brain. Pull up that motherfucker that you need. That person who said you couldn't do something. Use it for energy. Instead of killing them with kindness, torture them with success. Use everything this world has to give you for fuel. Stay hard. Maybe you were a victim of being called fat growing up. Folks make fun of you and shit. Maybe you weren't the smartest motherfucker in school. And people can't match you for that shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, great power in adversity. You're a victim of any kind. Make sure you use that shit to become successful. Don't look for revenge. Look for the record. I guarantee you, all those people who you growing up, you might just be the boss. They'll come looking for and when they do, you got an option to say okay or do what I do and say go yourself. Ha! Spitting in the wind, that comes back in your face. Stay hard. Everything you do, you may have some support, you may not, but it's on you. You have to make the decision whether you want to be a badass or whether you just want to be mediocre and everything's okay. But being a badass hurts real bad. I can't even describe to people. You got to get in the hospital now. And I just said, just shut up and let me enjoy this pain. I don't want anything to numb it. I don't want anything right now. I had just climbed a mental wall that was amazing. And I didn't want anybody to take that pain away from me at that point because that was all confirmation.